I'm Sherry and this is Gardening in the North. And today I want to share with you how I clean my soil. There are many ways that you can clean your soil before you start seed starting. Now I know that sounds really silly, right? Like you're going to clean your dirt before you actually use it. But there is a reason why you want to do this before you use it with your seeds. And the main reason is the fungus gnats. You want to make sure that you are killing all of the fungus gnat eggs that are in your soil. And I can guarantee you that it doesn't matter what brand you buy, if you're buying soil, potting mix, seed starter mix, whatever it is you're buying from the stores, there is going to be fungus gnats in that soil. Now, if I pour it out into the bowl just to show you, it's not something that you can visibly see. So if I just show you here, you can't see any of the little micro eggs, the fungus gnat eggs that are in there. You would think that you had clean soil. Now what you can see is all of the perlite and vermiculite and some of the cocoa coir that's in here, because this is seed starter mix. So when you start seeds, you actually want to use a combination of those things. And a lot of the times you can just buy it all in a bag as a seed starter mix. Now, a couple ways that you can clean your soil. One way, you can actually layer it on a cookie sheet or in a bowl or something a container that you're not going to use for your food. And you can bake it in the oven or the microwave. Now, the only problem with that is that the chances of you overcooking your soil in order to clean it, it's really high. And so when you overcook your soil, what you're doing is adding toxins into your soil, and that's not good for your seeds either. So besides the fact that you could overcook your soil, I don't really want to put this in my oven where I cook my food. The other way that you can try to get rid of or kill off the fungus gnat eggs that you have in your soil is throwing your bags in the freezer. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't have a lot of freezer space for bags and bags and bags of my soil. So that's not really an option to me. And I'm not sure that it's 100%, I'm not sure that it works 100% with that method. So the way I'm going to do it today is using boiling water. So I'm going to show you on a small quantity here what I normally do in my big Rubbermaid container. And I'm going to fill this up with boiling water with the soil. I'm going to use a wooden spoon that I do not use in my kitchen. And I'm just going to show you how I'm going to change the consistency of the soil. And then I'm going to cover it with tin foil. I'm going to let it cool. And then once it's cooled, it's good to go. You can use it. Now, the great thing about doing this on the day that you're actually going to seed start is that you really should be starting your seeds in moistened soil. So the fact that you're already going to be moistening the soil with the boiling water and then letting it cool is ideal. So let's get started. I'm just going to show you how much water I'm going to put in. So you're going to start off with a bit first. You just want to get the consistency going. Now I normally, whenever I'm, moistening my soil that's already cleaned, I'll use my hands, but of course this is boiling water and you don't want to be putting your hands in here. Okay, now you can see the steam coming off of it. You can also see the consistency if I pack it against the bowl that it's sticking together. So that's actually just about perfect. So I'm just gonna add a little bit more because I'm gonna let it cool anyways, and it'll dry a bit as it cools. And I just wanna make sure. Okay, I'm gonna pat it down, and then I'm gonna grab some tin foil. Okay, now you're probably wondering, I just scared Molly. Okay. So I'm just going to push it all down. You want to make sure that every piece of the tin foil is down, and that's basically it. So I'm going to leave this for a few hours Now, you might be wondering what fungus gnats look like. So if you've ever seen a fruit fly, it is very similar to that, except that the body of a fungus gnat is a lot smaller, almost paper thin. So when you have a lot of those fungus gnats flying around in your seedlings, they're not helping out your seedlings, and the last thing you want is to have an infestation of them. To give you an idea of how much the tinfoil holds the heat in, you can see the steam coming out of it. And that's exactly what you want. You want to make sure that all that heat is staying inside. Now, this isn't 100%, but it's pretty close. And you know, if you're thinking of starting seeds for the first time, the last thing you want is to dump your bag out, moisten it with, you know, room temperature water, grow your seedlings to have the fungus gnats kill them. Thanks for spending time with me today.